Hi guys, welcome to our DSC video series where each week we'll be covering a different topic, everything health, fitness, wellness, exercise technique, as well as success stories to help you reach your fitness goals. And today we're very happy to be joined by DSC Women's convert to now adult group member Kathleen Rondo. And we're going to be sharing her experience here, sharing her success, because she's had such huge success here. So we're going to do a little Q&A and kind of get behind the scenes on what made you successful here. We're happy to have you. You excited?
Thanks for having me, Matt. I'm really excited about it.
Mama Bear.
Mama Bear.
All right, let's get into it. So talk about, why you got started here. How you got started here at Dynamic. What drew you in?
Dynamic actually came up on my Facebook as a sponsored ad, and when I saw the ad, it looked fun. It looked very different than any gym I had ever been to, and I've joined almost every gym out there for a very brief period of time. And I just was drawn in, and it looked like something I really wanted to try. So I talked my daughter and your Rachie into coming and doing the 1 week trial. Just give it a week, I asked them. We came in the beginning of December of last year, did the women's group for 1 week, and we're hooked.
And how did you feel coming in? There's obviously, for a lot of the women's group members especially, there's a lot of nerves coming into a facility like this.
There is, and I was very nervous. Was not working out currently. I have never really had any real workout routine, so I was walking into basically a foreign country to me, where I didn't even speak the language. I came in extremely intimidated, extremely scared, and the minute I walked in the door was extremely welcomed. And all of those fears were put to ease very quickly. What Renee has done with the women's group and how she conducts the women's group has been incredible. It puts your mind at ease, it makes you feel very welcome, it makes you feel very capable, which is one of the biggest things.
Sure. Now, you mentioned you started with your daughter.
Yes.
Do you think that buddy system, whether it's her or people that you've met here, has helped you stay committed?
It did help me in the beginning. It was nice to have someone who was in my house that was pushing me along to get going. It was kind of hard to make excuses as to why you can't go to the gym. Mm-hmm. But that was very short-lived, because once you get here, you make those buddies here. So I didn't necessarily need to have that person in my house pushing me and encouraging me to get in the car, because there was an environment here that was very drawing. It made you want to come to the gym.
Now, you've been here for how many months now?
I started in December, so I am in my 11th month.
Awesome.
Beginning of December, yes.
Can you just talk about your overall experience, maybe from where you started with women's group to where you are now, and kind of your experience throughout?
Sure. I started with women's group, and like I said, I had no fitness routine to begin with, so I walked in and I didn't know what any of the exercises were. And like I said, it was a little bit intimidating. I'm at about a almost 55 pound weight loss at this point. So I was 55 pounds heavier, which is very intimidating when you're coming into an environment where you have to use your body. I felt I wasn't going to be capable, and my biggest fear was that my weight was actually going to be the thing that held me back. Mm-hmm. But it's, like I said, it's a very motivating and a very positive environment that the intimidation quickly washes away. I started, and the one thing about the women's group that I think is one of the most positive aspects is that it is geared towards you as an individual. I don't know if you recall, when I came in, I had just been recovering from a severe ankle injury. Mm-hmm. There were modifications that were made. Whenever there was an exercise that I physically could not do because of my size, someone was always there to have a conversation with and modify it and make it something that I could do, which is extremely motivating for me, because I didn't feel like I have to sit this out because I'm not capable. There was always something that I could be doing.
Sure. Now, 55 pounds is a huge number. And
yes.
It's incredible the progress that we've seen from day one till now. If you had to pick, maybe one thing that led to your success here, what do you think that one thing would be?
I don't know if there's one thing. one thing that I would encourage, I think everybody comes into these kind of situations and environments and joins a gym and is like, yeah, I'm going to join a gym and I'm going to lose 30 pounds. And they set that ultimate goal for themselves. And I think one of the most important parts of it is not losing sight of those little weekly goals. And I think that
Yes.
that's what kind of keeps the success rolling. I remember coming in here and doing a workout one day, and one of the exercises was a straight leg sit up. And I laid on the floor and went, my body's not sitting up. You know, it wasn't something I was capable of doing. But within 2 months, I was able. And I took the time to kind of celebrate that one success. Those are the successes that I'm talking about. Those small things that aren't your ultimate goal, but these are the steps you have to take to get you to the ultimate goal. And the wonderful thing about Dynamic is when you have those small successes, like I was able to do a straight leg sit up, or I was able to do a push up from the floor, or run on the treadmill, you're not celebrating those successes yourself. There's always other members that are around that are seeing your progress and encouraging you and celebrating those with you. The staff here sees the progress and celebrates them with you. So you don't feel silly like, oh, I just did a push-up from the floor, big deal. Because it is a big deal, and everyone around you sees that is a big deal.
Yeah, and the cool thing about those small victories is that they snowball.
Yes.
You know, you start to get momentum, and you start feeling good, and you kind of see that, you know, results, what my goals are, you know, they're in sight, and I can accomplish this. So I think that's fantastic
And
advice.
on that, if I can interrupt quickly, that's one of the things that I received at DSC that I've never received at any other gym, is the insight of the trainers seeing what I am capable of and pushing me to that. Where I've gone to gyms and I've worked with trainers and they've been like, just do this, and you go and that's what you do. But it's seeing me do a plank and going, you can do this with a weight on your back, and that little nudge, but with the confidence of knowing that they're not putting me in a situation where it's an exercise that I can't handle.
Sure.
And you need that push sometimes.
So coming to a place like this, like we talked about earlier, is intimidating. You were intimidated
Yes.
coming in.
Yes.
If you were to speak to a woman who was thinking of joining the women's group, you know, what advice would you give her?
Joining the women's group is an amazing place to start. Like I said, the exercises are geared towards all fitness levels. There's times where I, at 11 months in, still jump into a women's group and I can gear it towards the level I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still working out in the same group that I worked out in 11 months ago, but you're not alone in it. You're not alone in that journey. Walking through the door is the hardest step. Renee says it, I think, to every group, but it is the hardest step. But once you're here, there's always someone that is in the same situation that you're in, as just as intimidated as you are. The trainers here all understand that, respect that, and acknowledge that mostly. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I can't stress that enough. It's very scary, but once you walk through that door, you're in very good, very capable hands, and you're going to establish a support system that is going to do nothing but set you up for success.
Awesome. Well, we are super proud of you, and thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming out.
I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, DSC has truly been a huge catalyst in me being able to take my life back. And I thank you guys for that.
Thank you. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Thank you.